Hi everyone, it's Steph and this is my friend George.
Hey y'all, what's up?
My friend George was recently rushing a fraternity here at the University of Central Florida and had a not so great experience. Do you want to explain what happened?
I started rushing a fraternity through the semester, fall of 2013. I was really trying to be the best pledge I could be, honestly. You know, become the end of the semester where kind of everybody gets looked at, you know. I was called to speak in front of the fraternity. Friends who were brothers in the fraternity were like, just go talk, like say all you've done this semester and you'll be fine. I spoke, they asked me some questions, everything went perfect. I felt about 30 minutes after my big brother and the pledge educator came outside and told me that I was bald or kicked out. And so I was really confused, didn't understand why, and so I started to do some digging.
What happened when you found out? Because like you said, you were very active, you weren't in trouble for anything, like your grades are fine, anything else that would go against like the code of conducts for anything, I would think. So what was the reasoning when you asked why you were kicked out of the fraternity?
Finally, one brother was like, you know what, don't say anything. He named the people who had voted against me and kicked me out, and I asked, well, was there a reason why? And he said that people were uncomfortable with some things that were said, aka they're just homophobic and they kicked you out because you're gay.
So the only other boy who was removed based on conduct issues and getting along with brothers, whereas you got along with your brothers, you were very active with your fraternity.
Extremely.
But the second some boys realized that you were openly gay, they began to feel uncomfortable and you were removed how many days before your initiation?
5 days.
5 days?
Yeah.
How did you feel being rejected and then finding out the basis for your rejection was due to the fact that you're openly gay?
It nearly broke me, to be honest. And I've always thought of myself as a very strong individual. I've gone through many hardships. You know, my father passed away when I was just 13. Lots of very difficult situations, and this situation nearly broke me. I went through a very dark period where, you know, I probably wouldn't be here today if it weren't for a couple of really close friends. There's already so many people who take their own lives for so many various different reasons because they feel so helpless. I wanted to come forward so that if this happened to someone else, they knew that, you know, somebody had been through this and somebody has been where I've been. I've walked in their shoes, and that they can reach out to me and talk to me and know that this isn't right and that UCF isn't going to stand for this and America isn't going to stand for this.
You went forward, you took action. What actions did you take and what were the results?
I went to the director of Greek Life, Clay Coleman, who's really on my side. So we filed that report, and about 2 weeks later, someone from the Just Nice response team contacted me and interviewed me, and I gave them my evidence, which I had text messages from the brothers saying that I was kicked out simply for the fact that I was being gay, and there was no other reason. With that, they said they were going to be starting an investigation, but that was back in February, and now it's April and nothing's been done. This kind of event and this kind of news is going to be very bad press for UCF, and so, you know, they're going to try and treat me fairly, but they're not going to, you know, go all the way with the punishment because they want to keep it as much under wraps and as quiet as possible. It's the exact opposite of what I feel needs to happen, because this needs to be a very public issue so that things can change.
What advice do you have for someone who is gay or lesbian, gender non-binary, who put themselves out there, took that huge wall down to rush an event like that while being open with their sexual orientation, and then were denied simply because of who they are?
Don't be held back by fear. I feel like that's the biggest detriment that you could do to yourself, is be too afraid to put yourself out there. Here at UCF, there are fraternities and sororities that are very open and accepting and have very predominant and active, openly gay and lesbian members. If you have gone through a situation where you did try to join a fraternity or sorority or any kind of social organization or any kind of organization, and you were kicked out or removed or shunned because of the fact that you came out, you're not alone. You've heard this said a million times, and you'll hear it a million times more. It does get better.
The only way that anything really can be done is awareness. If this becomes less of a taboo subject in society, it's a less chance that this will happen to someone else. So share this video with your friends, bring it to the Greek life at your university. Even though we are all single individuals together, we really can make a difference, and for the better. George also has a Tumblr, and I'll put the link in the description, so you can follow him on there to get updates on what's going on with the situation at hand.
You can always talk to me, and Steph's always a great resource.
The links for my Tumblr, my Twitter, my Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff will also be in the description along with George's Tumblr. Have a fantastic day. I love each and every one of you. Bye!
Yeah.